seeing
He's
this
just gonna be
coming back
riding
to
at me in lane like that, man.
Yeah, just slapping his booty and running it down.
While the children scream.
I might be calling it
Or
there.
laugh or whatever it is.
Many things.
A hole.
Kilgan, anything we want to say first of all before we
this is
strap
this
in?
is a big patch. If you watched Monday's show,
This patch is
you know that
massive.
this is a big patch. We're not going to go through all of the massive balance changes stuff.
Of which there's a lot.
There's a lot. We're going to go through some of them ahead of PTS, which will go live at 2 o'clock.
Nice.
So basically, when the show is over, you'll be able to log into PTS and play all this.
Yes.
But we're going to go through as much today as we can, and then a lot of this massive balance patch we will not talk about until Friday. But we're going to talk about Daji. We're going to talk about Yulefest. We're going to talk about Conquest stuff. It's going to be a lot. So we should just start doing it.
If we can get through this in an hour, I'll be impressed.
And chat, if you're late today, I'm sorry, just watch the bot. We got to get started.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Where do we start, Kilgan?
We should start by, I think, just taking a look at how the Conquest map has evolved in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
It's exciting.
I mean, they're going to see Daji at the same time.
That's fine.
It is what it is. You get an early little look.
Okay.
Lighting.
And this is the least changed part.
My cart.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I forgot to put cams on so you can see his
I'm
little
Oh, no, it's nighttime.
I've got no audio either.
It's
Goodness.
nighttime.
I'm
Can-
sorry.
can
I've been
fast
here.
forward
You'll
to
have.
nighttime?
I'm gonna press the button. I tweeted.
What's the button? I've got no audio and people are going to be upset, so I'm just fixing that real quick.
We're being coy, but I tweeted.
Just do a quick chat.
I don't know, Nathan. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, audio's working. Well,
I don't know
we'll
if they'll
talk
make
about
Daji
Daji
feel
shortly.
comfortable.
How do I
the
speed
only
up
thing we're
time?
talking
Clums, I forgot.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
Like 5.
Slow-mo, 1 word, space 5. I can't actually see, so I'm gonna just trust.
And then...
That didn't work.
I the camera's in the way.
Yeah, we can't see what you're typing.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, one word. S-L-O.
No W, no W.
Who spells slow-mo wrong?
I know.
5.
There you
And then once it's day again, go back to slow-mo 1.
Yeah,
and then we'll walk around.
We'll get there. Oh my god, I forgot. So quick.
Oh, I should have showed you guys the
give me this.
picture.
I like hearing the.
Yeah, I just think it's more obvious to look at in the daytime. There's obviously some changes in nighttime too, but like,
Oh,
there's
look at that
been
page.
a lot of updates in the 2 weeks, and we'll look at them in a second. Okay,
And
so things that we have done. I will just start reading through them, and then we'll take a look at stuff.
It's already daytime.
So there is a new jungle lighting pass that makes use of a material
Slow-mo space
gobo
1.
for enhanced jungle vibes. I don't know what a material gobo is.
Material what?
Gobo.
My time's going
G-O-B-O.
Fun.
This is
What's a
what.
gobo?
But
Time's going
I think
backwards.
basically, like, you can notice there's kind of more like shadowies on the
Oh,
floor
that
right
looks
now.
good.
The God
So the
rays?
rays?
There's so there are
Oh, that
subtle
looks
god rays for
good.
medium and above settings, kind of throughout the map.
That's good to know.
So if you're on low settings, you won't see these, but if you're on medium or above, you will.
Wait, this
and
actually
these
looks
are all,
so
like,
good.
hand placed. So it's for performance purposes, we aren't relying on like the lumen stuff,
Yeah.
right? So this is all hand done. There's been material polish for a variety of the
Yeah,
map
this looks
assets.
really
So
good.
a lot of the
Low-key-
materials throughout the map should just look and feel a lot
This
better.
is giving, like,
these,
Smite 1
these rocks
jungle
that we
look.
had,
Like,
kind
it
of a
just
very
looks like
early
an
version of
actual
the rocks
Smite
last
game.
patch, I think, have a lot better detail on them. The stealth grass is one of them that has been updated.
this
Just look
looks
right here. It's
so
like when you go to the
good. Yeah, just
jungle
look
here.
at this.
It's so noticeable. Right there. It's like right this looks so different.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice. And
Yeah.
also, we've further refined
It looks
the
like
general lighting
Smite
to
1,
fill in
but
and improve
not
the look of various
shit.
areas. Gold Fury is one of them. So if you want to run around the Gold Fury area for a second, you'll see just like this has like a different lighting palette.
Yeah, right.
Than
I don't really see a Gold
than
Fury difference
previously.
Really.
It's
But like
we're not
walking
done.
through the
You know, but,
jungle when like there's
should just
trees
feel better.
around.
And then the Chaos base,
Yeah,
in particular, looks quite a bit better.
Oh,
with
just even
this
like when you
lighting.
look at this purple camp right here, because whenever we go in,
Oh, sorry, Purple.
yeah, just like look at this area. It just looks so nice.
Yeah.
It's so different.
I'm
You're
heading
just
over
like-
there. I'm sorry, chat. I wasn't prepared for where I was supposed to go today, and I'm like, oh,
No, it's okay.
So good.
Yeah. And then you just might have to run.
Go straight in the base. Who cares?
Cheers.
Not like Phoenixes do anything right, Clums.
Did you?
Yeah.
That hurt?
But yeah, the lighting in here I think is
just
much.
yeah, I mean
much
it looks good in this base also,
you
but
guys
it's
can all
like
test this out as
the
well.
jungle looks
the
a
way
whole
the
lot
light's
better
reflecting
than
off
this
of the
does.
Shiny bits.
This does
and
look nice
whatnot.
though.
Off the shiny bits.
Yeah, it looks. It's
This
just
looks
looking
like
better,
on the
right?
pig?
Again, this is
I
2
don't
weeks
think so.
of improvements. We have
I hear about it.
a lot of other stuff that we are working on that we will continue to show off here. So,
I've
but
been
yeah, I mean,
waiting for
just
this one.
running out of the
That
base,
looks
like
great.
compare
the difference.
The difference, like for when you first
It's
leave it, you're just like,
crazy.
oh my god,
That
the
just
jungle
looks
just
so
looks
good.
so much better.
Everyone's
So-
gonna want to be junglers now. Oh, and Daji's coming out.
and Daji's coming out, which is a good double whammy. So we should talk
Actually
about
looks
Daji.
so
I guess.
nice.
Oh, are we doing it?
Before we even get onto that one real quick, I guess you should talk about what you can see on your screen here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
I had the notes.
yeah. So right here on your screen right
are
now,
prepared.
you see a says
Confirmation
confirm while you
over
have your
here.
targeter out. So if you want to, basically it says like how to do the thing while you have it out.
Press button.
Yeah, press button. There's also if you have something that like needs refires or whatnot.
This is probably
there's
for like
text on that.
casual players that are
It's
like
just a
getting new
little
to the
thing
game.
to help players understand like what am I doing?
Yeah.
What do I need to do to actually use this ability?
I
and-
guess
Okay,
some
nice.
of the reason for this as well, not to be off Kilgun, is probably because some abilities do have refires.
Yes.
And it's not always clear for them.
And-
Ares is another example.
And
with
we're
this
gonna,
character
we'll look at some other
especially.
characters later as part of this.
With this
that
character
have,
especially.
like, there's also the ability for custom text for the refires. So, like Aladdin will
Right.
say
My
like
teammates need this?
genie
Yeah.
push or something on the
Yeah.
on the refire. So yes, it can be turned off. Chat.
I say, first
Chat.
question, everyone's like, that's really nice. I don't want it. Can I turn it off? Yep.
Yeah, if you're an old head who hates modernization and improvement, then sure, that's fine. But the goal, for most players, we think this will be a nice improvement.
Yeah, I'm
For
pretty
sure.
sure it's a
Leftover
hard editor
Chinese hits
option, so you
50.
can move it
Oh,
around
so
and
true.
turn it off.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Awesome,
So
awesome to hear.
true.
Okay.
So Daji, let's
talk about it.
Let's get on to it. Clumsy, that's why you're here, my friend.
Yeah.
Tell me about Daji. Where are we going to start?
Daji. So, she's obviously, we've talked about her a little bit before. I think there's been a little bit of, people
More
have,
excited about her
heard the
aspect,
changes
but-
that we've been making from one of the previous Titan talks. And she, she has a couple of shifts, a couple of buffs going.
'Cause I don't know what her
and
aspect
plus ones
is.
are really just like threefold.
Okay.
Um,
So I guess we start over just because for people that may have not know her very well as well, we should
Yeah.
go through the whole kit for the most part. So
yeah, for sure. So
basic
basic
attack,
attack,
passive.
pretty simple basic attack.
Yeah.
No real change there. That being said, her passive brings in a little flavor everywhere. The passive hasn't gotten any of the +1 shifts. Honestly, we were talking about whether we wanted to spice up the passive in any way, and we'd rather have shifted that onto the other parts of the
Yeah,
kit
the tails
than
do
actually
look
try
way
and,
less
like,
goofy.
just add more damage on the passive itself. So there's actually a debate on whether to an internal debate of whether to put some of the +1 shift onto the first ability or into the passive, and we decided to put on the first ability instead. So Torture Blades, every time you do an attack or a non-ultimate ability, technically there's a change here because in Smite 1 this wouldn't proc off the 1, and now it does in Smite
Okay.
2. It's just doing
Oh,
the
so that's a
damage over
buff.
time. Simple as that.
Get slashed, you bleed. Makes sense.
logic.
You bleed. So the first ability,
Yeah.
Horrible Burns.
Jeez.
So the way this works is just an attack stim. When you use it, your next successful attack will now slow and deal bonus damage and a bonus burn. The new thing that's happening here is, we wanted to play, one of the fun things with doing the +1s is like, okay, what do we want to do? Just in
Bro,
terms of
do
the
you guys
kit?
see that
What do we want to do?
slow?
Just like, what would Daji do? Like, what is thematic? And one of the thematic thing, just looking at new effects and stuff too, it looks so good. One of the new things
35%
that we
slow
added
for
was playing on
3
the idea of, like,
seconds.
Daji's like a torturous.
Yes.
What might she do?
That
Play
looks
with her food a little bit.
really nice.
So when
Okay.
someone gets low, if you can get them, I think
That
below
looks
30%
really nice, though.
I'm not even sure the full kit. Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, it's slowed.
Obviously, this is PTS. There's still some things that are being worked on as usual.
Yep.
Expects. We've already fixed a whole bunch of stuff
Is that
since
low
this
enough?
patch. I think a little bit lower.
That's probably okay.
Unless it just doesn't work with bots. which
Do you
is
need
fun.
your one?
Oh no, it is actually it's working here. The mark
Is it
isn't
this here?
showing up, which is an affects things. Yeah, so that's it's
Okay.
actually working there. Usually there's a mark and a beam. I think we just broke that for this thing, but you can see that it's actually the mark that's rapidly showing yourself on the buff is actually happening. So what's actually happening here is can you use your one but put it on cooldown? So turn your cooldown sheets off
Sure.
Okay.
and then use
So
your
this
one
will
on,
be
like
like
someone
a.
else. Yeah. And go near the person that's low.
Yep.
You can see that one is rapidly reducing. in
Oh,
cooldown.
yeah. Okay.
So what's actually happening is when an enemy god is below 30% health or health threshold,
What?
your one's
Naughty.
cooldown rapidly decreases. Very, very quickly. Only your one. And if you hit an enemy god with that one while they're marked, you'll gain a stack, which will increase and permanently increase the damage of further ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So play with your food when they're low on health, and over the course of the
Bro,
game,
that's such
you're
a
gonna be
cool-
stacking
'cause
that 3% strength scaling only.
That's
on
such like a
Horrible Burns
cool
itself
lore
to
thing.
deal more damage.
Like
over time.
play with
Yeah.
your
So
food.
when
Him
you-
saying
when
that,
you
it's
hit
like, yeah,
enemy
you can
below
literally
35% health with
torture
your
somebody
one,
to get
you
more
get
stacks of your one
permanent
to make you
stack
stronger.
of this
So go ahead and
3%
hit
damage skill.
That's
that
so
boost.
cool.
Okay. Papa.
You
And
can see
now
you're now on
stop.
2 stacks of
That's so
permanent
cool.
strength scaling on your one only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's honestly not the easiest thing to do, which is kind of why that CDR is there, because you might end up using your one, which then gets them below the health threshold.
Stay permanently?
Those are permanent. Yeah.
Do they stack indefinitely? Is there a limit on how many stacks?
They're permanently, and there's a limit that we're not going to get to, most likely. And if you guys get
what is it? Is it just like?
I think it's probably just 99 or 99.
Okay. Yeah.
So within 2 days, someone will tell us exactly how many you can get to.
Yes.
And we'll see how it works.
On PTS later today, somebody will tell us exactly.
All right, cool. So that's the main. That's honestly
SARS
like the
buff?
main plus one
I think
feature
SARS just needs
change
to be
with
changed.
Daji. Her 2, I'm pretty sure, is basically exactly the same, which is the channeling force swipes,
Yep.
dealing damage, applying that bleed from the passive, giving her movement speed, slow immunity, and all that good stuff. And then specifically, for those who don't know, Daji, it has always actually provided you damage mitigations from enemies
I was
who are behind
really
you.
hoping
So
that
that's
they'd
20 to
lower
40%.
this ability's base
Yeah.
cooldown early game.
Yeah, your bushy tail to absorb the damage.
I
So
hated
while
that
you're
they made
channeling,
this an ability
You get some damage mitigations. if
good
enemies are behind
early.
you.
Turn my cooldowns back on just so I can.
When she was originally dropped, it was
And
15
question, can I
base
use my
damage.
2 while getting the 1
35
rapid
base damage
cooldown?
now.
Yeah, it's just if you're within the
It's
range.
just being nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a range check, but as long as you're nearby, that's what matters. It's the nearest like low health enemy god that's
Okay.
below that threshold, and there is usually a mark above their head. I think that broke for this PTS test, unfortunately. Again, things are still a work in progress. So the 3 has the tiniest of a +1 feature at the same time.
I think it's a huge
plus
plus
it's
one,
gonna be a
actually.
It's a
big
cool
deal.
+1.
Okay.
So you're not gonna see it there, which is fine. Actually, no, technically it's there, but yeah, target character or ward. I don't know why. Being so.
Ward.
Basically, you can TP and you can use your curios now to TP to wards.
Dude,
So
Man, a
it's-
jungler might
this
ward.
is a Lee
That's
Sin-
crazy.
This is a Lee Sin thing.
you can ward hop as Daji.
Yeah.
Gives
More
you a little bit more
junglers
flexibility.
Want to go like
Question.
We've
the
shifted
search
some things
ward
around with her
to
ulti,
make sure
but
that
we're
they're going
giving
over
her
a ward,
even
but
some
Lee Sin
more
wouldn't because he wants to
excitement
jump
here.
If I
to
see
it.
an enemy ward,
Which is what
can I teleport
Daji's
to
going to
that?
do.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd
If
ask.
you happen to have a sentry,
Who
I
knows?
did that in like a Joust playtest, I think. No, I did that in the Conquest playtest. For some reason, there was a ward underneath our tower, and I was running back towards it, and I was able to dash towards that ward.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Wards are useless in arena and assault. Not anymore if you're playing Daji. There you go. That's
yeah.
my answer there.
What if you could play like a
So
solo
So
Daji
Trickster
now?
still works
put,
the
like,
same way.
a
Any other
Curio
changes
under
other
your
than the
tower?
ability to
Nope,
teleport
that's
that?
the biggest change there.
Have a
you're still
safety
doing- the
blanket.
main important thing, which is what you showed off there,
Yep.
is, you know,
I'm not a
the most
Daji.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
mention
know
that,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
is when you're using the 3, which has a long pre-fire, it can get
Yeah.
interrupted very easily. Depending on where you're rotating during the pre-fire will be where you end up
Yep.
around the enemy target. That's a smite 1 thing, but is incredibly crucial to Daji's playstyle. We want to make sure
I
we
have Providence
preserve that.
Daji support.
You can block somebody by ending up in front of them. You can
Hey.
end up behind them. You can, basically position yourself really well for when you are teleporting
Exactly.
with the 3.
And there's a little bit more cleaned up logic on making sure that when you have your 3 over someone, because you can't just do it anywhere, right? You have to have a target.
Yeah.
I think it prioritizes enemy gods and prioritizes like the main jungle monster instead, like in the middle one instead of the 2 side ones. There's just like an extra logic there to make it feel a little bit more usable.
Okay.
And then the ult.
And finally, the Parla, the biggest change,
The
I guess,
biggest
that a lot of
change,
people
And,
have
we- and we
feedback
have
on.
made changes since
We have made
last talked
changes
about it.
since we last talked about it, but it's really just there's some small things there. So you can see we've got the ulti. I think that center circle is still potentially wrong, but that's okay. So yeah, you rise up on the Paolo. Now the Paolo is always taking AoE fire damage. That's
Oh,
different
base.
from smite.
Okay, so like this.
Yep. So that guy is always taking damage. If you hit someone and chain them, they will be pulled.
Bro, that's
slowly
kinda
vortexed
crazy base
towards the
damage.
Paolo. If they're ever vortexed, if they're ever chained when they hit the Paolo, they'll get stunned and take bonus damage.
Okay.
That bonus damage is also something that wasn't there before. If you hit them twice, they'll actually be pulled much more strongly towards the Paolo.
Yeah. If you get hit twice, you're kind of not getting away.
3 is not going to do anything different. It's just going to be hit for extra damage. But the goal here, the main reason why we made this change isn't just for the 1 relic like difference. It's a little bit more intentionality behind the CC. It's making sure
I
that
like
if you
this.
want
This
to
is a really good
affect
change.
someone,
This is a really good
affect a
change.
team, you're not being able to get everything for free. You're not doing an Ares ulti. You really have to pick and choose how you're affecting someone. We did add a cripple to the chains now, so you can't
Instead of just
leap
hitting
away.
one
Yep,
person
triple.
with each
That's a good
chain
thing
and
to
then
know.
just getting
Triple
3
now
sets
on
of
the chains
beads.
as well. So
But there's
it could
also
still
a
be-
duration to the chains too, which I think was important too, because otherwise this was just a 6 or 7.
This character might become a
7
lot
second
less
cycle. So if
frustrating.
you hit all those guys after I think 3 or 3.5 seconds, the chains will just dissipate by themselves.
So long range is really going to just slow them down and pull them back slightly. But if you go in
Yeah,
on
if
one
you leave up,
target,
chain someone twice, you can still leave early while they're still being affected,
it will still pull them in for
and
the
you'll still
duration.
pull them in.
Yes.
And you'll still be
It
able to
is
stack them.
actually, if somebody
Yeah.
doesn't have beads,
And
it's longer
you can
CC
also,
now.
Like, these are AoE tethers, so yeah, you can hit multiple people at the same time.
It also just gives us a lot more flexibility everything that we've talked about is iterable.
If you're
we can make the first
Guan,
vortex stronger, we make the second vortex like basically as instant as we want it to be.
A lot of tunable
Sort of things that we can now play around with. While previous playstyle was very unintuitive for the enemies, right? It was a very like dodgy favoritism there. So this way, honestly, like as Kilgoon talked about before, this is going to be stronger in a lot of different circumstances. But
I'm very curious if displacement immunity works with it.
I mean, honestly, being able to just all in place and deal damage and AoE around
I mean, you
it
do
is
that
very
like on the
useful.
jungle entrance, whatever, pull people towards it. Now there is a zoning tool just as much as a damage and CC tool.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a little look at Daji so far. Is there anything else I'm missing from this, from memory?
No, I think that should be it.
Yeah, I think that's base Daji. But we also have
Oh, we have
aspect Daji.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Which I
don't
think
even know
was
what this is.
on during the PTS.
Oh god, it's
on?
It was
It's-
not for the last
okay.
PTS. They haven't seen it. You could have seen it in jungle practice.
Yeah, it was
but,
on
you
in
know.
during jungle practice by mistake, but that's fine. We figured that out.
What's up,
Yeah,
Riley?
chains are a cripple for people in chat. They're asking again. Aspect. How do I turn that on
Aspects.
again?
I think it's called Aspect of Ferocity.
It's test talent.
Thank you.
Test talent, one word, space Daji, and it should autofill if you press tab.
We hope.
No, it wouldn't pull. It wouldn't pull you. Jordan.
The
I did pull
aspect of
Jordan's my one.
ferocity.
too.
Aspect of
Actually, it
ferocity.
still doesn't pull.
Talk
So,
me through this.
Yeah, let's read this out real quick. So Horrible Burns, which is the first ability, no longer burns, which is kind of funny actually, but provides lifesteal and lasts for a short duration. It's now a stim. 1,000 cuts, which is the second ability, has a shorter cooldown, fires 2 swings instead of the 4, but at attack speed thresholds, will actually increase the number of swings you do.
Okay.
And Trickster Spirit, which is the third ability, does less damage but provides an attack speed buff. So the goal here isn't really to roll shift Daji away into something else.
Daji?
It's more like auto attack
It's
Daji.
more of a changing from ability Daji into auto attack Daji.
Okay.
A basic attack focus Daji. This has been strong and not strong in playtest. I think Matt today
think
just
it's
got a
very
pentakill. That being said, well, we can go to good pros and cons later. But the idea here is, yeah, so you can see. So let's just do one thing. Let's do one thing at a time.
Yep.
So just go ahead and use your 1. You can see, and go ahead and attack someone. So this now lasts several seconds and just does bonus damage. That dot
so you
you're
can
seeing
just
there is
keep
from the
attacking,
passive.
right?
Yeah, so
So-
just use your 1 and keep attacking.
Oh, sorry.
So you're now doing bonus damage with each swipe, lasting a certain period of time.
Yeah.
The dot that you're seeing there is not from the Horrible Burns, but still from the passive. Right.
Yeah.
And it also provides you lifesteal
Yeah.
while the 1 is active, which, we're full health, but that is there. The second ability, if you go ahead and fire that, just does 2 swipes.
Yep.
That's it. 2 swipes of basic attack,
That looks
100%
like shit.
basic attack damage. That does have, I think, 70% item proc, so 30% reduced item proc damage or 70% effectiveness.
Yeah.
That being said, you can also use your 1 and then use your 2 because it's basic attack damage. So you're actually going to be able to 1 and then 2 to apply that bonus damage on everything. Now let's get some more attack speed. If you do, you have? Let's see. Can you? You're on what
Base.
PTS?
No, I'm on.
Oh, you're. Yeah. Let's do it the safe way.
What's the safe way? Base?
Yeah. Just go ahead and buy.
You can get up to 7 swipes under 2. Okay, yeah, it
1.5
kind of
attack.
depends on like how much attack speed
I
actually
don't
matters.
even
Did
know
I?
to check. I didn't even give it enough. Is that 1.5?
Well, what I would rather do
1.7.
is it below 2.5? Was it?
Yeah,
1.7.
1.7. Yeah. Go ahead and just swing. We don't need to.
Yeah, just do it right here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so that scales now
It
based
scales based
off
on
my
attack speed threshold
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah.
All right, and now go ahead and get to 2.5.
Yep.
So is it every 0.5
Get a tear thing while you're out here.
Yeah, go ahead and grab a tear thing.
Oh, I wonder why you need Tearfing.
I'm just adding gold.
Odibo,
Tier thing? Okay.
Yeah, tear fang, Odibo.
Rip Talon, whatever.
Riptile.
Odibo.
Odibo.
Nice. Surely you
2.37.
just get one more thing. Or you can pop Dagger
Crit.
Frenzy, or you
Just
can
cuz.
use your
2.51.
3. Nice. All right, now we can play around. Go ahead and fire it. The other thing that's happening is your game going from 2, 4, 6 swings, but for those who are astutely noticing, the swings are actually faster. So
Okay.
when you go from 2 to 4, it's actually speeding up the swing timer, and from 4 to 6, it's speeding it up even more.
Oh, good.
What?
It's a very
Lord.
balanced ability.
Yeah. I mean, just silence or stun her out of it. It's fine. Like, crits, it's doing everything that, yeah. It feels pretty good. Now, remember,
We want to see how this does on PTS because
I didn't know it crit, by the way, so I'm just showing that off. I
it's
was like,
basic
woo.
attack damage. So the other thing, again, remember the 3,
Yeah.
if you hover over that, because it's not really that much, you can actually get 30 to 50% attack speed after using your 3. So the main thing there is,
So why 3 and then 2? Okay.
3,
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, right?
Okay.
1, if you 1 before you 3, you're just losing a little bit of uptime on that. But if you 3, 1, 2, you're getting full uptime. and you're going to be slashing. So you don't really need to get that 2.5 via your items. You can actually utilize your 3 earlier, or you can use items like Dagger Frenzy.
Is this the first actual viable
certain thresholds? It's really just understanding
assassin
what thresholds
ADC?
are on, and you're going from the 2 to 4.
I don't think Mercury's ever very viable.
Yeah, so in playtests, she's been
Like, this
quite
low-key
strong
looks viable as an
recently.
ADC.
That being said, if she is ever locked down, as with most in-hand assassins, she has her ulti, I think, is the biggest thing to allow her to escape. That's why there's actually no changes on the Pow Lao with the aspect at all. But if you ever catch her out,
she has no range.
She doesn't have that ability burst damage. She has to be swinging.
Does aspect calling count?
I think this was an interesting twist to her playstyle, like going for the ability burst assassin to attack speed assassin.
You know, but I guess it's
it's mostly that she's safe.
To play around with. Obviously,
she can
on BTS,
just
people will be able
fights.
to test this all weekend.
Yeah,
I don't even think her early is going to be that bad.
There's a lot of different numbers to tweak, and I think one last thing that's
obviously
actually different
if you're playing into
is that because
her,
the horrible burns, the first ability is now a stim that lasts a certain duration. The +1 that was added to it, which says, hey, every time you do damage with your 1 on something that's low health, gain a stack. Now you can just gain more stacks, but it actually will take 4 stacks to gain 1 extra
Daji
permanent strength. So that way you're not just gaining way more strength than the non-aspect.
That actually sounds disgustingly good. Daji goes in, Loki.
Yeah, I would say definitely fun.
Wait.
If you are the kind of person who likes,
6 is the max number.
If you like getting in there and blowing people up, Daji is great at that, right?
Yeah, totally.
She does the things that Daji did in Smite 1 with some fun twists, and the new aspect is quite fun to play. So check her out on PTS later today, and let us know what you think. And then she'll be live next week on Tuesday.
Again, just a reminder, I am not a Daji main. I apologize. I should have said that at the start because I'm definitely not doing all the combos as should be done.
You can't really get away from this without using beads.
Daji cannot jump.
Yeah, like the only good character,
target characters.
There's like 2 or 3 good characters into her, and it's like Heim and
specifically
Heim can knock her up
if you start
as she
doing
threes in, and then
deployables and
Hachiman's really good, and then like Jinwei obviously, because Jinwei's good into every
sake
single assassin.
Kabrak and walls and all sorts of stuff. So
yeah.
Ward's the only exception outside of just target characters.
Gonna come back here first of all as we load up the
Apollo
next
We gotta go to
you can at least outplay it with Apollo.
Yeah. We gotta see all of Daji's cool stuff. As a reminder, if you have
you can outplay it pretty easily with Apollo. I mean, with Daji.
Get this free.
3 and insta ult
comes out, or when the update goes live on Tuesday. So
find it real quick.
Continues to become a better and better deal.
Here we go.
Wait, I guess technically jumps.
So here's a little look first of all.
Yeah,
if you jump in the air as she's 3, it cancels her 3,
you still
right?
have the 1 cooldown when enemy gods are low for the aspect. You do, but it goes on cooldown at the end, so it's harder to utilize.
So we just haven't really looked at the model.
Sure.
So so we have updated her model quite a bit from Smite 1. This was a bigger remodel than some characters get. The goal was to make her look more ethnically appropriate, I think, and also just to add more detail in place where it really made sense. So I think this turned out
gorgeous.
really well. I think they did a great job with
I love the tails. I think they look really good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure we really took a look at this model and appreciated the work that Jason put into it. So
100%.
And animating Ninetales, let me tell you.
Ninetales? Naruto collab?
When we first did Daji in Smite 1, they were like, could she be like a 3-tailed fox goddess?
Ninetales?
Sure.
That's not how that works.
Naruto collab?
That makes sense. Okay, so here's a little look at the pass. Obviously, God's Chained is one of the essential pass trackers alongside the emote mastery, and then the shadow skin. Yeah, the first one I just showcased there a little bit.
Spooky Daji.
Loves the red eyes.
Spooky Daji. You'll get the clap. And then there's objectives destroyed, along with god assists and tortured to death. Enemy gods killed by torture blades, damaged over time. Then the Onyx. Look, that looks
good.
I like
That's so cool.
I like that a lot.
Onyx skin. Alongside the diamonds, and then there's the opal variation.
Always so good.
Opal always looks so good.
Yeah, probably going to use opal.
Big fan of the opals.
I think the legendary will look good.
It's crazy. Then we've got the tailspin.
I haven't actually seen that.
That's fun.
Oh my gosh. I wonder what that's a reference to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember that old Disney animated show, Tailspin?
No.
You're not old enough for that?
That's what I thought the reference was too.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, because that's good TV show.
That's good.
Back in the day. So there's a little look at the wave emote as well in the opal, alongside Ninetales as a title.
Yeah.
God Kills as part of the tracker too. Then
that's what I thought it was,
Daji badge. Unfortunately, we didn't get all Ninetales in before somebody complains about the badge not being everything in there. Then we have the Radiant version.
That's so nice. I think our Radiant skins are just
Radiant's good. I think I like opal the best for this.
I'm a big fan of opal.
I like both. There's another skin that I like as well, but
yeah. Future us.
TBD.
Yep.
Is what I have here. So we'll update that later on. Apologies for that one.
That's kind of normal.
And that's kind of where we're at with the Daji pass.
That's Daji.
So
We're really excited.
Yes, we are.
She will be out on Tuesday with everything else.
Tuesday. All tests on PTS today, all the way through the weekend.
Yeah.
Where's next?
So next, let's talk about Yule Fest. Yule Fest will be kicking off. 'Tis the season for giving and receiving. I guess it's the season. We're bringing back some of the classic,
a lot of the time, some of those gods were a little perverted.
From Smite 1 over the course of the next 3 or 4 patches. I forget exactly how long this lasts.
Some of them were fucking humans.
One on the list I'm super excited for, which I did not know.
And we're also introducing some new kind of wintry skins as part of this.
Okay.
In general, high level, the event works similarly to the Reaping, where you will, in the Reaping, you got pumpkins, and it gave you free stuff.
I hope it's a Sylvanas skin. I want that Sylvanas Christmas skin.
That will
I love Sylvanas Christmas.
It does not have the collecting candy in-game piece.
Okay.
We should not have used candies because people got confused when I mentioned it. And they're like, I don't want to have to pick up candy in-game again. It's like, we're not doing that.
I thought it was in-game candy.
Yeah, no piece of candy. It's like pumpkins with some changes.
Gotcha.
So can you go to the
W.
event
I was
UI
worried.
screen?
Yule Fest screen?
Yeah, just the main screen.
Yep.
Real quick. So this is the free
Aladdin skin is so clean.
The first free skin that you'll be getting. There's 2 free skins.
That's such a
we
good
give
skin.
people too much free shit in this game, I swear.
What the heck?
So you'll be getting a wonderful. I actually don't have the name written on here because I am not prepared.
No, it's not
today.
candy in
Christmas
game.
Aladdin
It's
will
just
call
candy from
Christmas-
buying
I think
stuff.
Winter Wishes Aladdin. I think is what it's
sounds
actually
about right,
called. Which it's there's even some really cool.
Oh,
effects
it's
stuff in here.
Scylla. It's Anubis and Scylla.
But yeah, if you get 3 candies, you'll get this skin for free.
In the bottom right,
one
it's
thing we
the
did add is we added
Scylla
a 2
Snow Day
candy reward
skin.
as well.
Nice.
Because I believe there will be 2
Aladdin with a beard.
free
Aladdin with a beard.
candies,
And
then the other
he's
ones
got
will be
Christmas
included,
colors.
Travelers.
Dummy.
So the 2 free ones, if you just get the 2 free ones, you'll get a title. That I don't remember what the title is going to be. I apologize, but you will get
Level 24
something,
displays
a
on
collection
game.
reward for free.
This
That's
is,
something
the
we didn't do
dev,
last time, which we want to make sure there was some kind of
The
free
dev
collection
Smite 2
reward if you
account.
did
I'd be
that.
surprised if
And
he's
then
even
if you
level
buy
10 on his
one
main.
Traveler on top of your free collection rewards, you'll get the Aladdin skin free. If you get to 4 candies, then you will get a loading frame.
Okay.
Which
I
you can
like
see
the
on the rules tab actually.
I hope it's the same
And
loading
then,
frame as on Smite 1.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
it's-
Okay.
Looks
There's
nice.
not fully details out yet, but as you can see,
Yeah.
that's why I was like,
I don't like
you
it that
choose where
much,
we go.
Yeah. I just wanted to show the loading frame real quick.
Sounds good.
And then if you get to 6 candies, there will be the Snow Day Scylla skin,
I'm so excited.
which will come back as a traveler with some
Hell yeah.
prisms.
We need Sylvanas. We
and
need
it should be really good.
Sylvanas.
Okay.
Also, as part of did I miss anything important on this? No, collect peppermint candies, get free stuff.
Okay.
You can get 2 peppermint candies for free. The other ones will be in Travelers as part of this event.
Nice.
One thing that so how do you get your free ones? As part of this update, we will be updating the Wandering Path. So the Wandering Path will reset back to level 1.
Right.
And there will be 1 candy free on the Wandering Path track. There'll also be a bunch of other free rewards on the Wandering Path track, same as always.
Okay.
And then there's also this new thing, the Advent Calendar.
Let me just check real quick before I just show.
Yeah,
this.
it might be. It might
Advent
not.
calendar is kind of a cool idea.
It's,
Oh, Finn says
I just,
hi.
just wanted to check. Here's a look at the advent calendar.
yeah. So
Cool.
every day for the first.
Day 1 and 2 already getting diamonds?
That's because he's logged in.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of diamonds in
No,
this.
I'm saying everyone's getting diamonds the first 2 days.
There's quite a lot of
Diamonds for
diamonds.
free.
I'm
Well,
not gonna
I'll
lie.
actually just remove our cams again real quick
we're-
because you can see there's a little bit more information on the right there that's giving away some stuff.
Yeah. So
Not to sneak to peek.
yeah, we're still finalizing all this, but basically, if you log in
I'll move my camera
24
quick.
days,
You guys can see it.
any 24 days
Okay.
between November 18th and December 26th,
Yep.
you'll get a reward every day for up to 24 days. And then on day 24, you will get a peppermint candy. So that's the
Oh,
other
nice.
free
Okay.
peppermint
Easy
candy.
peasy.
Okay.
So, and there's quite a lot of diamonds in here. There's chest rolls.
Yep.
There's some other stuff. And you'll just get that for logging in. So just
You'll-
log in and get your
You'll.
free stuff. You'll.
All right.
And yeah. And this is
Okay.
obviously on top of the
W
free
free
diamonds you're
stuff.
getting on the Wandering Path, and
Yep.
you're getting for logging in with your daily logins,
Yep.
and
Your Ascension
you're getting from your
passes.
Ascension passes,
Yep.
and so more free stuff. So yeah.
W free stuff.
Awesome.
What if you miss a day? You can miss a day. You don't need to log in
Consecutively every day. That's
So
why
you
we're
just have to
doing it for
log
a
in
longer period of
24
time.
times
Yeah,
in the
you
next.
just need to log in that number of days over the course of the time
45
from
days.
November 18th to December 26th.
Sweet.
Next, we should probably go. Do you want to look at the other stuff first? Do you want to look at the thing that we
said? You know what I want to see.
This is unrelated. It's not part of the event.
Oh,
we're
not
doing it
afterwards.
Yeah. So
should we have a little close look at the Aladdin skin?
Yeah, let's do the Aladdin skin.
Okay. Let me get to that.
This Aladdin skin allows us to talk about something else as well.
Dissertation time.
Dissertation time. Are you going to pull that up first, or you want to?
No, let's show the skin.
Okay, we'll show the skin first, and then we'll talk about the.
Because then we can just go to that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in game.
Okay. So, Aladdin. This is Winter Wishes Aladdin. The most, the effects all generally look pretty good, right? I'm not going to.
Yeah.
You know, they're Christmassy. You know, you got little snowflakey effects.
That looks
good. There is a Santa hat on the genie as well as on Aladdin, so they're both dressed up for the season. But I think the most fun part.
Wait, I want to go into the ult.
Change to the ult here. They went a little bit extra.
Which, to be honest, I didn't think we were ever going to do.
That looks so
you know
good.
what?
Isn't it great?
When everyone said there's going to be an Aladdin skin.
It's snowing.
That looks so good.
Snowing.
This was so very unexpected to see internally. Yeah. My God, did they go above and beyond?
Why does the Emir have such a big shield?
Stuff like this isn't easy, by the way.
Can you reset cooldowns one more time just so you can hear? There's also Christmas music playing in the lamp.
Oh, that's nice.
So
he just has a beard. Go fuck yourself, Xander. Why does he have such a big shield?
He just plays Jingle Bells. I'm sorry it's so quiet, chat.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that one.
It is there. I can hear it.
Yeah. So it's fun. The other thing worth mentioning here is we had teased that there is a soft rework for a god in this update.
Okay. Aladdin's getting the soft rework. What
is Aladdin? I have a dissertation here from Pon, who could not be on the show because he is currently feeding his child, working from home
But we'll be
today.
here Friday.
But he'll be here on Friday, and he will go through it more on Friday. And I'm going to read through his long dissertation, and then we'll talk more about what all
part of the
actually
rework?
We'll try and paste it on screen too and follow along with you all. Here you
Okay,
go.
so Pon says, hey y'all,
nice.
Aladdin is a god with a ton of unique things going on, but the combination of effects and ways to approach team fights has led him to a really rough state. Currently, he is the most banned and very successful jungler at the highest level of plays. But even in that case, he doesn't see much play in the grand scheme of things. Everywhere else, he is the lowest performing god. And I will ad-lib here and say, if he's on your team, you are probably going to lose, that level of low performance.
That's not great.
And with nearly the least popularity. And if you average all of the modes, then he takes the cake, with the Morrigan being a close second. This is likely due to in terms of popularity. This is likely due to a combination of his difficulty of play, mechanically with quick refires and a high-risk engage jungler, and just how much room for error with an ultimate as unique as his. Mm-hmm. I want to be clear that gods being difficult or having high skill ceilings is not a bad thing. But God's skill ceilings being 20 stories above the rest of the cast to the point nobody can enjoy him is this taken too far. My goal with this soft rework is not to make him a middle-of-the-pack difficulty god. He will likely still be better in the hands of the skilled, but this should hopefully let him feel more impactful to most players and alleviate some of the major pain points that really push him that extra step at high levels. The first major step is to his ultimate. It can now kill targets outright, as a skill shot with the big windup should be able to do. It also no longer restores health, which is both often a reason why it was bad to cast, but also some of the major reasons it broke high-level play. Additionally, when it brings people into the lamp, it will incur a higher cooldown, and the fight is centered more around Aladdin and his target. Everyone else coming in, regardless of team, will take and deal less damage. They are there to support the fight, not to be fodder for Aladdin, and not to be the primary way someone dies. Mm-hmm. These all combined should be a healthier version of his ultimate and really reduce some of the major whiplash that often feels frustrating rather than cool. The second major change is to his genie charges. These, I lost my notes, I'm sorry. These allow him to call his genie to augment his attacks. He functionally right now always has 2 charges, giving him 5 abilities to quickly dump on someone, deleting them if you are even a little bit ahead, and can execute on firing them all quickly. The change is to reduce the charges to 1, but let them generate more frequently. With this change, Kit Dubnica is less of a focus and allows us to put more oomph back into his abilities, making him feel better without all-in committing.
Okay.
His third ability in particular is being shifted to focus more on disruption rather than being free setup for his follow-up attacks. This is why most of his abilities saw some level of base damage or scaling adjustments. The final major change is a lot of smaller ones. Small things like the reaction time players have to Kufic Invocation, clean up to it not being refireable when being CC'd, base health adjustments for an assassin that generally has to commit, and interaction size lamp so people don't get freely krakened upon leaving should all add up to general feels improvements for the Aladdin and also players.
That is actually...
In closing, Aladdin has
overall,
a lot
I
of
think
potential
good
to be a
changes
much
for
more
him.
engaging god for a wider pool of players. But the initial tuning and design decisions led him to a state of frustration and drastic unpopularity. While I am proud of his abilities and how much unique playstyle they bring, it was not successful and would not have been good to continue to leave him in this state. These adjustments should hopefully let him shine better without lowering skill ceiling and skill expression too greatly. I hope this sets up a core to be in a better place to begin investigating new aspect ideas for him.
Aspect ideas.
Thanks, y'all. We'll be around to answer questions, especially on Friday for the big balance patch show.
I'm excited.
Thank you, Pon.
Okay,
I'm
so
excited.
what do we actually do? I have the list of things right here. So I will continue
Okay.
to read through the
This
things
is the
that
important part.
are happening.
What are the changes?
Increased intelligence scaling on basic attacks from 20% to 30%. Increased base health from 498 to 525, so 27 additional base health. Increased health per level from 92.6 to 97.5.
92
So his level
per
20
level.
health will go from 2351 to 2475. So we'll have an extra 125 health at level.
Dude,
max
the
level.
health just seems whatever.
His passive.
Uh-huh.
The Wealth Wish is being reworked.
It should be. No.
To God kills and assists provide 33% more gold, and gain 7.5% bonus gold from all other sources for 180 seconds. So, yeah, you got to pull up. Thank you.
It's not the smallest, but I'll do my
Okay.
best.
There we go.
Yeah. So, so a little bit more of a longer time period, right?
So it's just-
and a little bit,
Worst players will be able to use
less
Wealth Wish
volatility.
and not
Yeah,
kills during the
Get
game.
kills during that time period or not.
Because good players
there is,
abuse Wealth
decreased
Wish.
Genie charges from 2 to
This
1.
is the big one. One of the big ones.
And decreased the charge cooldown from 15 to 10 seconds. And now you get -1 cooldown for each enemy slain and -5 seconds for gods.
Yeah.
So you can get these charges back pretty quickly in the course of a fight.
Yeah, especially while jungling as well. If you're utilizing those refire charges, you're still getting them back.
For
at a decent
72.0?
pace as well.
This
Yeah.
character's nothing like
Kufic
Persephone.
Invocation. Increase minimum
Persephone
time
was
fire from
reworked
0.1
because
to
she was
0.2
frustrating to
seconds.
play against. Aladdin was
Increase the
reworked because
pre-fire
nobody
on
can play
firing
him.
the projectiles from 0 to 0.067 seconds. Decrease the max starting angle, so it won't start completely shotgunned anymore.
Okay.
From 90 to 75. Increase the return time or the refire time for return projectiles start traveling from 0.3
Yeah, it's
to
a
0.5
soft
seconds.
rework for Aladdin.
Adjusted some visual and audio tells for better clarity these stages. Increased sending small damage.
That's
so
going
when they're going out,
outwards. Yep.
from 30 to 110 to 35 to 155, which it's a lot more damage, right?
Especially towards the late game.
Decreased the sending small intelligence scaling from 45 to 40. Decreased sending small strength scaling from 40 to 35. Increased sending large damage scaling from 50 to 250 to 60 to 280. And decreased the scaling from 81 to 72 and the strength scaling from 72
Some
to
base
60
damage
to 80.
increases, especially going to the late, while some intelligence strength scaling decreases.
Yeah.
Yep. Increased
A
small
strength
return
decrease on an
damage,
assassin
base
doesn't matter
damage
too much
from
because a lot of their
2080 to
damage comes from
2100.
like Heartseekers and
increased
Crushers.
Increased the scaling on that from 30 to 35. And we fixed an issue where being crowd control would stop your ability
Oh,
to
nice.
refire it.
Yeah,
So,
that must not have been an easy one to fix. Good stuff.
on his 2, we've increased the damage, particularly the base damage. So it starts at 90 instead of at 70. And we've increased the punch scaling from 15 int plus 30 strength to 20 int plus 35 strength.
That knockback
per
duration is
punch,
pretty
per
important, and
punch,
it's
yeah.
also
So
knocking
that
away.
still will deal quite a lot of damage.
That's
And
interesting.
on his 3, we have increased the landing intelligence scaling from 55 to 70. So
Pretty big jump.
pretty big jump there. Increased Genie knockback duration from 0.5 to 0.7.
Which would only happen if you do the refire.
And Genie knockback now knocks away from the landing location, whereas previously it was a knock up. Right?
Yeah, so that way it's a little bit, while it's longer, it's a little bit less intense.
Sorry, I needed a drink after all that reading. Fixed an issue where the refire prompt would appear even if you had no charge to use.
Which
so.
is good because that's like one of the new changes that they wouldn't have seen, but Pon already preemptively fixed that.
And then lastly,
me
not
take
really
it?
lastly. Yeah, go for it.
Sure. Remove the self heal up to 50%. Remove the enemy heal up to 50%. Removed as a result of the above. The ultimate can now deal damage to enemies below this 50% threshold and kill enemies. New, gain 35% of Aladdin's max health as a shield. You saw it on the Ymir when we actually went in game. Enemy gains 35% of Aladdin's max health as a shield.
So both combatants will be getting that.
Both.
I like this change to the
non-combat
non-combatants, the damage reduction and damage taken. I like that.
Non-combatants are ephemeral. What?
Ephemeral.
Okay. They deal less damage, but take less damage, including from combatants.
Yeah. Main idea there.
So main idea is it's like a one-on-one.
It's more of a one-on-one.
It's more of a one-on-one than
this
people
is so
jumping
bad. Why
in
do you think this is
Goon Squad.
bad?
Okay. Increase non-combatant damage done reduction from 10% to 33%. Decrease non-combatant damage taken from plus 10% to minus 33%. Increase base damage 80 to 320.
I was only doing
150 to 550. Increase the strength scaling by 15%. Increase the intelligence scaling by 25%.
Because for
90% trying to
99,
decrease cooldown. It was 110 going down to 100. It's now going to be 90 flat.
This is
and new
the biggest positive of all time.
30 seconds on a successful transfer to the lamp.
Enemies shouldn't get anything. Enemies get stuff currently.
It just deals damage, right?
Yeah.
And it dealt damage before, but it could not
Shield Splitter
kill
might be
you.
crazy.
If it was actually like counterintuitive.
Shield
that you
Splitter
should not
Aladdin might
lamp
be
ult a
crazy.
low health target because that low health target was
just
going to be
gain
healed
health again. Yeah.
Right.
Especially
So
late game when they could one-shot you.
now, if you do lamp a low health target, you can just kill them, right? And if you lamp a high health target, then you will pull them into the lamp.
Top 1%, not even the top 1%.
But they will still take damage.
There's
by being
probably
there.
10
the
players
last
that
note
can
on
play
here
this
is
character
increase the
well enough
interact
to not
size
be
of the
an
lamp
int on
in
your
the
team.
main map from 2 meters to 4.5 should make it a little bit easier to interact with. This means players will be less clumped up on leaving the lamp, assuming they interacted at a larger range.
sure, because depending on where you interact,
he's still favored in the matchup.
Okay, good to know.
He gets cooldown resets, and he can still double punch you because he can. Well,
it's just.
I guess
kill them with
that wouldn't work
There will
anymore.
be,
You can't
obviously,
double
all
punch
these
because
notes
you only
will
have
be
one
part of the
cast.
patch notes when they do come out
Nobody's
next
landing
week.
1
However,
HP
we'll
targets.
probably do an update.
Literally
where I'll
everybody
release
is.
them on
That's part of the
Friday
issue
as
with this
well,
character
because
is people don't know when to
it's
lamp.
the show.
Yeah, so that was
just a lot to cover there.
a
on
lot,
the Aladdin.
a lot to cover on the Aladdin soft rework.
I
didn't
don't
see
mean
what hard
this
rework is at this point. I'm just
disrespectfully.
kidding.
I mean,
good stuff.
for
Good
literally
stuff. No, I
everybody
think it's good.
watching
I think
this,
that, like,
this is a positive.
When we have a character that is
This
like
is a positive.
both
Literally
the most
everybody
powerful
watching this,
character
it's a
for the
positive.
highest skill players and the
And 10's probably a little unfair.
least
There's probably
powerful
25,
character in the
30 players
game
that can play
for
Aladdin
everybody
well
else.
enough.
It's impossible to balance.
He's a good character.
Yeah,
but
this includes rank. This isn't. This
We're
is
not
just
talking
like
about 0.1. We're
massive
talking about
positive.
0.01.
yeah. It's like only like the very highest elo of ranked could make Aladdin work.
Like-
And everybody else, it was like
Probably like less than 100 players.
yeah.
You know?
So when you get to that, then you can never buff the character because it's going to break the game at the ultra high level.
Yeah,
You
there's
can never
probably
nerf
this
the
isn't going to be a
character
perfect rework.
because
They're going to have
it's
to go
like
back in and change
already
something.
at a
They're
win
already
rate that's not
suffering.
tenable.
Yeah.
However,
so hopefully
this is a
just gets the
massive
character into a
positive.
place where he still feels like Aladdin. He's still doing Aladdin-y things, but it's
The
at a
problem,
balance
though,
point that
Orphan,
we're able to
I get
continue
what you're
to iterate
saying.
on to
The
make
problem
him,
with the
more healthy.
wealth wish.
So, give him a try on
is-
PTS today. Also, in Yule Fest.
It was
to loop back
a-
to the Yule Festing.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute over this because
this update that have.
Did you want me to go in game for these?
For one of them, if we could.
I'm going to turn it down. It's just Yule Fest. Yule Fest.
Do you just want to look
The
at
biggest problem with Aladdin
Traveler's First
was two things.
Okay.
It was the
Let's wait 50
two,
seconds.
being able to use your two quickly off of using your
That's
three
okay.
and using like the
There's
knock
other
up
things to do.
dash
You saw it a
auto
little
attack
bit
for a
earlier
Hydra's
on, and
proc
we
that
will
allowed you to
probably
just
show
kind
you
of one
the game
shot.
as well,
You
but
jump
probably
in,
wanna mention it, you
knock
wanna
them
do
up,
that,
auto
and
dash
see it
auto,
in
and you
Oh,
would
we
literally
can
just
talk
one
about
shot
it?
We can do
somebody.
that while we're waiting real quick.
Okay, we can do this. This is not part of the
Good
Yule
players
Fest.
also
It's not part
abused
of
the
Yule Fest.
wealth wish.
Yeah.
The problem
This
is the
is
wealth
something
wish a
a
lot
lot
of the
of- I
time
mean,
was a bit of a coin flip.
Everyone was
And if you
asking
got
for
the
it. When
kill,
we finally
you were
brought
set.
Smite cards
You were set.
into Smite 2
If
by
you
the
didn't
wards,
get
you're
the
like,
kill,
but
your game was
clumsy.
pretty much
Not
over
everyone else
for a
attacked.
while.
Where's the teleport effects? The thing is
This
we
now
were
makes it so
always
there's
planning
less
to
of
do
like
that.
a
They
coin
took
flip
time.
on this
They were
early
the-
game
you know,
interaction,
the
which I think is
pit
just an
stop, getting
all
ready,
out
perhaps
positive.
changing of the wheels. But Smite cards back, baby, as teleporter skins.
So teleport skins are available. You did see it earlier on. I will showcase it a little bit later, but that was just buying me enough time to get out of this lobby and have it close so I can go in and show you all the other skins.
Do you have the? Do you just want to look at the Smite cards right now? Since we're
Yeah.
Nope,
What?
because okay, I can do that now.
But you said we didn't
Sorry,
talk about
sorry.
it. I'm
just showing.
excited.
I was going to show in game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, either one.
we can just look at the.
Just trying to get.
It's in the supporter store.
In the supporter store.
Yeah, for the record, it was really hard talking about this one because everyone's like, but where's the teleport effect skins? We always wanted them to
Yeah,
be
we did.
teleport effect skins. It just needed a little bit more time. They had put a little bit more effort into it. Look at the way they shake and stuff in the rotating screen.
Yeah.
There will be 4 different skins there. I think it was like the Sun Wukong, Aphrodite, Zeus, and the basic.
W.
Yeah.
I broke it.
Smite card
it's fine.
teleporter.
Well,
Two of them are
Actually,
showing,
2
okay.
of them were the only ones that worked on the rotator last time in
Oh.
dev for some
Okay.
reason. But
yeah, if you go to your profile screen, you might be able to see the other ones. But
Scared of doing that?
yep,
yeah.
true.
I'm in dev.
That's
Safety
right.
first. Really
The biggest
confirm it
I've
is.
seen yet. Wait,
Okay,
what
where are
the
we going now
carts?
with the?
Do you want to look at the
Wonder markets?
Yeah, let's
We'll
look at the
come back.
travelers.
Okay, which traveler first?
Let's do festive.
I agree,
Nitwits.
because it just means
Bum, bum,
teleporters
bum.
staying in the game.
Ah,
I hate
This is the way to go in
teleporters.
game for this one.
This
but
is the
we
one
can-
that you and
I
Pond
do-
were like teasing
I hate
about.
I love this skin.
Yeah.
I think that this skin is great.
This is a skin.
This is. I love
What
this like
is
kind of
that?
cartoony. You know, like. It just looks so cool. I don't know. I love it.
It is a very cool,
What the
aesthetically pleasing
fuck
skin.
is that?
It is his soulless eyes that
I wanna
bore
see the other
deep into
skins.
my very core that I
I
will
got
be
a candy.
terrified to play
Yep.
against.
So one thing that is
Dude, this
different
is like
about this
the
time
Grinch
is that you
deer.
will get the
Give
candy
him
automatically when you buy a traveler that has the candy in it.
Oh.
coins?
So you don't have to spend coins to get
What?
your so it's just
They
easier.
have so many coins. They could spend more coins.
I don't know. We thought it would just be better. Just be like,
It's kind.
yeah, because we found that basically everybody just immediately bought the pumpkin from the last one. So we're like, we'll
You
just
should
give
have
it to you.
upcharged it.
Yeah. So can you go to the base one, which is the
I thought that was. Sorry,
no, this
my
is the
apologies.
base one.
This is
Yeah.
the
the
base
base
one.
one.
My
Yeah, so this
apologies.
is the base version of this skin, and I love it. I think it's just like I don't know, just the details of the materials in terms of the fabrics, and I don't know, it just looks so interestingly stylized in a way that is new to the game.
Then obviously I just showcased that one anyway, which is the Holly Berry version.
Yes.
Holly Berry, very nice. And then Grumbles as another variation.
Even more cursed if you wanted.
Yeah, and
he's
you
the
notice
Krampus.
he has well, no, that's the last one.
Oh,
He
what?
does have different horns.
Did I just guess?
He does have different horns.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the last one is Krampus.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And
Derpy Krampus, that's what I said.
He's
Okay.
got a little tongue. Wait,
Yep.
what?
yeah, he has a tongue, and he also has a different sweater pattern.
Oh yeah, look at
He
that.
does.
Yeah. So I think these are pretty fun. I like them a lot. And this will be, and it also comes with this.
Oh, home for the holidays. I love that name.
Yeah, a cool new recall skin.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want me to go in game to showcase some of the abilities on that? or-
Yeah, we can go to one if you want to. It also does have the Nitwit announcer pack included here. So he has his own announcer pack. So this is an all new skin. This was made especially for Smite 2. Doesn't have a Smite 1 equivalent if you're new to it. And I think it turned out really cool.
He doesn't need pants.
Why is it pantsless? He's like, Winnie the Pooh.
He enjoys the weather.
And any possible chance we're going to see the new anti-heal items? Yeah, we are going to cover those before we call
new
it for the
anti-
day.
Yeah, yeah.
So
we still have a lot to go.
More?
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a little look at this skin. Let me just set 120 real quick. Pow. We got stars and snow.
That looks
Yeah.
like it's hard to tell where the edges of that are.
Oh,
Throws that
it's
little like present wrapping.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, if you grab somebody, you just want to
I feel like
That real quick too.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
I've been typing about
Oh,
It's like the
anti-heal a
wrapping.
lot.
I just thought that was so
Anti-heal
like,
and the
thematically
healing as a whole, like,
appropriate.
stolen
You made
is
the
a
last
more
one for this because he
balance.
enjoys this.
The
kids
creepy children laughing.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
makes
I did hear the
skin
children.
even more cursed. Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's a
that.
thing. That's gonna happen.
And the ult.
It's got like a ribbon effect to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
and I
jingles as
believe
well.
there's a VXG on this skin.
Really?
I can try.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he
Oh,
riding?
I'm riding.
Oh,
No,
he's
I'm
like
riding the
full-on
candy
riding
cane.
it.
Let's go.
Yes.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
dope.
the VXG I love.
That's pretty sweet.
I think that there's just a lot of fun stuff on this
Bro,
skin.
if I get soloed by
if
this
you-
skin and I start seeing
He's
this
just gonna
coming
be
back
riding
to
at me in lane like that, man.
Yeah, just slapping his booty and
Oh, my
running it
God.
down.
While the children scream.
I might be
Yeah.
calling it
or
there.
laugh or whatever it is.
And
might move on
can you
from
run a couple
Smite.
of the jokes or voice lines just so people can
Yep.
hear it? Oh,
No.
maybe they aren't hooked up. Okay, well,
He just say bring it though.
yeah. Okay.
They are not hooked up right now.
Rip.
Oh. Oh, we got some.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got-
This
We
is
got
We
some
don't normally
such a
showcase
good
these. Are my
skin.
apologies for not being as
No,
prepared.
no,
as
This
it's
you
gives
are.
me
It's just I wanted to show this
the
skin because I thought it was
Cthulhu
pretty cool, and I
a
wanted to show
tier
the
5
VXG in
Cthulhu
particular.
skin from Smite
Okay, cool.
1.
What else we got?
Next, we have a classic skin making its return to Smite 2.
So Modest.
For Shibalanke,
Jabalonke.
we have Darkest Night.
Dun, dun, dun.
I love this.
He's all wrapped up for the winter.
Yeah, the update on this skin I think looks solid. I think the
materials
materials
look
look great
clean.
as always. This is the base
I don't
version
like
of this
this
skin. There are 3 prisms that are included with
like
it.
this
The
skin.
Black
Nice.
Mirage,
I love the purple.
very shadowy.
Fresnel.
Then there's Ivory Oak.
Oh,
I like this one a lot.
Yeah,
this
that's
is the one I would
cool.
probably use.
Then there is also Wrath.
It's not like a
Yeah.
bad
Okay,
skin,
the
but
red
it's
tint is
I
red,
just
crimson.
I'm towards it.
Along with that, you'll also get the peppermint candy.
Yep.
And also a title available in this as well, Darkest Night.
Yep.
Awesome.
Very cool.
And then we do have one more traveler in this
One
update,
Traveler, okay.
which is going to be the I believe it's called Royal Blue.
Royal Blue.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's
this
kind of a
is
cool skin.
a heroic Pele skin.
Oh, this is why you've been
Okay.
playing
The
so much
skin.
Pele in
This
the
is why I've been
playtest.
playing so much Pele. Yeah.
I didn't even
testing
put
the
two and
skin.
two together.
And
Queen and King title.
it
Gives like
comes with a
Frozen
Queen and King
vibes.
title.
I kinda
It's
like
really
the
cool.
skin.
Animated badge. The
Frozen Pele.
frame
when
is
you
pretty
click
sweet
that badge,
too.
that thing looks cute.
Yeah. So this is the second animated badge in the game.
It's adorable.
Yep.
Second animated badge. No, I didn't realize we only got so few.
Yeah, we only have two. And the
Angry face.
and the cool frame. And this will be, I believe, a little bit less expensive than a normal traveler because just of the skin level that it is, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't have
Makes
much
sense.
prisms and stuff. So if you're looking for
clean.
a less expensive way
Not
to
bad.
get a peppermint candy,
Not a bad
or
one.
you just want a really clean
It
skin,
looks
Yeah, it's
nice.
just
the
a
effects
good
also
recolor.
look great on this.
It's
We
just a
aren't going
good
to go in
recolor.
game on this one right now because we have a million
I
other
think
things
it's
to talk
I think
about.
it's a
Maybe
little bit
next
more than a
technically.
recolor.
But yeah,
she
I
has,
think
like, the
all of the
icicles,
skins in
like,
this
on
update
the,
look pretty sick.
The greaves and
I have one
the
final
shoulders.
skin-related note that Frostward and Artemis will be going up to full price when this comes out.
Right,
So
okay.
she's still on her launch discount. So if you want Frostward and
A diamond
Artemis
skin
at the
style one?
discounted
Yeah,
rate,
yeah,
you have
kind of.
until the update to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it is very
That's it.
similar to the diamond skins.
On the skins, I believe.
That's it for the skins. And we already looked at the teleport effects,
Yes, kind of.
kind of.
Yep.
We didn't show them in game. We should show them in game. Not that I'm excited for them.
What
or
else have we
anything.
got other than that? I need to
Okay,
get
this
info?
patch is next week,
we,
yes.
We do need to look at the new
18.
anti-heal items.
Or sorry,
so we're going to
17.
talk about
17.
Leaks.
we're going to talk about we're going to talk about conquest changes, which I
Oh,
don't really
yeah,
have too much
right,
to
okay.
show, but it's a lot of stuff to talk through.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the anti-heal item stuff, and then everything else. And there's a lot of other stuff still. Everything else we're going to talk about on Friday. So this is part 1 of patch notes. Kind of part 2 will be on Friday.
Put clumsy what?
Oh God, only 7 minutes left. Yes. Okay. So conquest. I'm just going to start talking.
We're going over, so just keep going.
Yeah. The Pathfinder, the speed
course,
/
Ben.
yellow buff.
Oh yeah.
This will no longer provide health and mana on jungle monsters slain. This has been moved to jungle starters. So
Yes.
your ability to
Pathfinder?
clear the jungle
No,
as a jungler
not
without
Apex.
taking a ton of damage is no longer reliant on having yellow buff. It is reliant on having the jungle starter.
Big W.
Don't care.
We also fixed an issue where this would only remove item protection. I guess it's part of the Pathfinder.
Sure.
Yeah. So it should be a really good change for junglers. Kill formula adjustments. We have seen feedback that leads can be wiped away too quickly by a single pick or two, and that
Wait.
sometimes kills can become inefficient to go for.
Yeah.
We want to bring the extremes a little closer to even. It's still important for shutdowns to properly reward players for the difficulty of their kill. We just think these values were tuned too aggressively. As a side change, we're also lowering the base XP reward slightly, as this change does introduce extra volatility in the game when Snowball can be very extreme.
Yeah.
So base XP reward is going to go from 130 to 100. We're decreasing the inferior and superior victim bonus XP per
If
level.
someone's below or above you
Yeah.
in level.
And also the gold. So basically, like the amount of bonus that you're getting for killing somebody above or below you has been changed.
And
a
all of
little
this
bit.
will be on Friday. We're going to go over it some more with patch notes.
Yes. And that will hopefully address this in
Yeah.
more front.
Yeah, the goal really is to make sure that, we don't eliminate Snowball. It should still exist to an extent, but, that one feeling of someone being, 5 levels ahead and just really going on a rampage
Yeah.
and then finally dying, because that usually does happen in team-based games, and suddenly it feels like a massive swing.
Yeah, no, I like
that
this.
shouldn't
This
feel
is a
like
good one.
nearly as
This is a
much
good
of
one.
a swing.
Orphan,
It
thank you
should
for the
still
sub,
matter.
man.
It
Thank
always
you
has
for
to
the
matter.
sub.
Yep.
Right, this is a MOBA after all, but it won't be so impactful. Normalizing that.
There it is. It
God
was a little
response.
delayed, but thank you,
So
buddy.
we're changing the amount of time that you are staring at gray screen upon dying.
At a very specific part of the game.
At very
as well.
specific part of the
Wait.
game. So
Death timers?
we are decreasing the respawn duration per level from 3.0 seconds to 2.5 seconds. So
Okay.
in early game, you will have less time dead when you're
Yes.
dead. And we're decreasing the respawn overtime threshold from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. So basically, after 20 minutes, you will start to have longer, just by default, respawn times. So basically, dying in the first 20 minutes, you will be dead for less time.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, you will probably be dead for between 20 and 30 minutes will probably be about the same as it is now, and longer than that, it's going to be a lot longer.
Yeah. Do you have Matt's commentary on there as well? I know
I
he
don't.
Oh, it
Not.
might need to refresh, but I don't know what that's going to do.
I'm in a different doc. Let me go. Get that.
Oh, the base
He
teleporters
just had some
were
good
also
commentary
increased.
on like the decision making.
A little
and the
less
fact that,
bad
like,
then.
pacing has changed so drastically from where Smite 2 started, and these respawn timers haven't changed since then. And bringing them back to the way they are now, just like brings things more in line to the way you'd expect the game pacing to flow, especially in the early to mid game. But then when the game is kind of meant to be ending past the 30+ minute mark, that's when things start, escalating back to where we would.
The
be
kill and shutdown system.
Yeah.
It's just closer together.
Yeah. So I have
dying.
the specific wording here. We've seen feedback that respawn timers can be quite punishing, especially around 20 to 25 minutes. Generally, we want respawns to start going long at an appropriate time when the match is feeling like it should end. The respawn formula for Conquest has not changed since closed alpha, when overall match pacing was much shorter. So we're adjusting things to better fit the tempo of Conquest in its current state. With these changes,
Moonlight
respawn
change is
timers
interesting
in the
too.
beginning of late game will be most noticeably reduced, but after 30 minutes, respawns will be the same like they are now to help games to end. Respawn changes can introduce volatility in match length of field, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the impact.
Perfect.
Okay. Base teleporters. We are increasing the base teleporter cooldown from 210 seconds to 240 seconds. And using a base teleporter before the match starts now applies a reduced cooldown of 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think this means just like 2 10 seconds.
Yes.
Oh,
So
2 10 seconds.
If the game hasn't started yet, you can use the base teleporter for effectively free.
When we say
Wait,
game started,
that's
do we mean
so-
I think
minions
it's 0
spawn?
on the clock.
Minions
I think
spawn.
0 on the clock.
So
Okay.
bad.
Just double checking.
Yep.
No,
So in
that's
theory, you can go
actually
invade as a
so
5-star.
bad.
Invade
Because
base
now
and go
you
back
need
out
to
and
buy
teleport.
immediately coming out of
Technically,
base,
before
and then you
before
need
the
to
game starts.
sprint out, and then you need to like stand
Moonlight.
still
Increasing
for
the Moonlight
35
shard
seconds
spawn rate at the ritual site
Okay.
by
to make
plus
sure that an enemy
25%
doesn't.
up to
Like you
plus
actually have to
150%
be
when all
like
5
ready
teammates
right
are
at the
standing on
beginning of the
site.
game.
So if your team is grouped up, you are going to get shards quicker
Yes.
on the spawn rate. We're also fixing an issue where the ritual
No,
site
Smite
would
2's
not
not dying,
begin
man.
spawning
What?
shards when it changed hands after a few seconds, so that should help that feel better. And it now spawns shards every 2 seconds while it's alive, even when it's active, even when neither team is standing over it.
Yep, so we actually saw that a little bit earlier when Hindu was showing off some of the skins, that no one was actually on the middle pad, and yet it was still raining down shards. So that way, if you kind of get there later, if there's a team fight that happens, people are dead, it's actually really important to go collect those missing shards.
Lane menu
I don't love that.
quality of life.
I
we
don't
have a
love
lot
the
of changes
teleporter
to
thing.
make-
So one last thing, it'll also just help speed up that ritual phase just a little bit more, because we had a lot of feedback saying that the Moonlight ritual phase, specifically once
Once
the
it's
ritual has
started.
spawned, the sentence
Yeah.
has spawned, just takes a little bit too long.
Sure.
We're very happy with the way the phase as a whole is working, but specifically
Doesn't it
that
promote
component of it,
invades
we
though?
want to speed up just a little
No,
bit. especially
there's
if
so
you're
much
committing
time
to
in the
your
beginning of the
team.
game.
Sorry.
You can
No,
invade
you're good.
anyway.
Lane minion quality.
The
of
only
life.
thing it promotes
changes
is
to make
teleporting
minion
out of
movement
base.
slightly more smooth and deliberate, and to reduce visual jitter and instant direction changes that can be jarring when trying to clear waves. So we have increased the lane minion animation smoothing and fixed
You
an
have
issue
plenty
where
of time
lane
to
minions
invade
would
right
not
now.
animate briefly when first coming into view. In terms of
It
formation
just
and
promotes
spacing, they now follow
teleporting
each
out
other
of
more
base and then
closely when
sprinting
passing
to the
down
enemy
lane.
side of the map.
You
If
adjusted
they're
their
not ready,
combat
then you just have
formation
a
so
free
it
kill.
spreads so that minions of the same wave more consistently form a line perpendicular to their target. Minions can no longer step backwards when falling into formation. We've lowered minion acceleration values overall, so less frantic movement when switching targets, and recovering from hit reactions is no longer instant.
Nice.
Oh,
And
okay.
targeting
W, minion movement is terrible in this game.
Minion attack ranges, and there's an S1 Smite 1 parity change that was pre OB21 but wasn't in other patch notes. We've increased the hostile target decay time from 0.15 to 2 seconds, which is the duration lane minions consider enemy gods a priority after the damage a nearby ally god.
I like that.
And
That's
we
good.
have reduced the range.
That's good.
in
That's
which
a good change.
Minions target other minions, and we have fixed ranged minions, archers, prioritizing towers outside the tower's radius, and fixed an area in solo lane where minions would sidestep around.
This was a bad
invisible
one, too.
blocking
One of the
shield.
things that when we were working on Smite 2, just from the get-go, that never felt consistently correct, that we are always working on, and we're gonna
Minions.
continue to do so even past this,
Yeah.
was just the minion interaction
Sure.
with the lane.
Yeah,
And
minion
that's happening
interaction
so
is
much. I
so
mean, that is
bad.
like the core of the game to an extent, is like the laning
W.
phase, or at least the core of the
W.
early to mid game. So whenever the minions just don't feel good enough, like it's just a visceral experience. So not everyone is really understanding. It's not very conscious feeling. For those who are hyper experienced, they might be like, oh,
But you will
these
notice it.
minions minions aren't really grouping at the wave that I would intuitively expect.
Yeah.
But we're constantly fixing these. So shout out to Matt Zaneski. And
There's
programming
so
as
many
well,
things
Jordan,
changing on
they're
this
constantly
patch.
making
This
these small
patch is
fixes,
huge.
and it's not easy to narrow down. It's one of those things that
Sure.
you can't just be like, let's just do what Smite 1 did. It's like, okay, well, how did they do it, and how did they do it over the years, and the different engines as well is not going to make that as simple to prepare.
Agreed. It'll always be.
I wouldn't say waves are fixed.
Waves
Waves are hopefully better.
And the last thing we're talking about today, we do have a lot more stuff to talk about on Friday, but we're going to talk about the anti-heal item pass.
Okay.
Because we definitely want feedback about these from PTS today.
Yeah, this is going to be in PTS. You guys are going to see
I think
it.
that's the
It's got a
reason
filter
we went
to
through
it.
so many things today, chat, is because this is all going to be available for you to playtest right after the show, supposedly, all through the weekend. So
Wow.
gives you a bit more insight on what's
You
going on
missed a
here
lot of
and not be
changes,
confused
yes.
when you go in and go, why are the minions better? Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
agree,
changed minion
Trank.
stuff, like
I
part of the reason I'm
agree.
saying that is like, if you see minions acting
The
weirdly,
10-second
Report
TP
it.
early
Please,
game.
please. We can.
It's so
okay,
bad.
so last time we discussed anti-heal, we wanted to see how our healing pass went and continue to expand upon options for items that are generally good in their own right, but can be conditionally better against healing, rather than the intensity of the previous healing reduction items relied on before. Currently, item and lifesteal healing is probably a touch high,
Yep.
while healing god healing is a touch low. We are expanding the pool of anti-heal items to fit more roles and allow
They should just
more
make an
opportunity
item
to
that
build against
reduces
gods who
lifesteal
heavily
against
invest
you.
into
Not
healing
healing,
strategies, while
lifesteal
slightly
against
bumping
you.
up healing gods that need a little oomph added back. Our hope is this achieves a few goals. Healing gods feel their impact more. Players feel that the countering they lost is back, but in a healthier way than before. And tempering lifestyle and item healing through these new countering options. So one of the first things, which I think is really important, is that the anti-heal section of the item shop has returned.
Yes.
Okay.
We think that just having this area of the store is important, so people can be like, I'm upset with this thing that's happening. What are my
You can do
tools
league,
to
or you
erase
can
it?
do level
Right, what are my
groupings
options?
right
It
now.
will be replaced in the
It's
new
just it
item structure,
happens
but we think
way
that's still an
faster.
important
That's
decision to
fair.
make.
Yeah. And Brawler's Beat Stick will be there with no changes,
Yep.
but it is kind of the bruiser focused
Yeah,
counter healing
reminding
item we had
people what
before.
already exists.
Yeah, so that'll be there. We'll be adding an all-new item
BTS is
for
up? Gotcha.
tank-focused counter healing.
Yeah.
This is Stygian Anchor. I think this item is very good.
Okay.
It builds from 2 engraved guards and 850 gold, costing 2450 gold overall. It gives you 30 physical protections, 30 magical protections, and 30 basic attack
Basic
power.
attack power?
On god damage dealt or taken, apply 1 stack of Stygian Sludge.
Stygian sludge pond.
For 5 seconds. Max 5 stacks. Only triggers once per ability per target. Per stack,
I didn't know that.
minus 3% movement speed, minus 4% attack
Per
speed,
stack?
and 4% healing stolen.
That's a
So
big deal.
it reduces their
what?
healing and gives it to you instead.
You're hitting them with the sludge.
You're stealing their healing.
and
You're
this-
reducing their attack speed and their movement speed.
Yes.
Whew.
This is basically
Like I
just
said,
an
I think
anti-heal
this item's
item.
really good. But
Per
you know,
ability per target, just to be clear.
yeah,
chat.
per ability per target. Or but it's damage dealt or taken. So if they're hitting you, they're
it's
also getting
also
stacks.
being-
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Tank Hindu's like, I'm gonna make
I mean, I'm
use
just
of
like,
this.
okay.
Yeah, and again, healing includes lifesteal. It
This is
includes
literally
item
Serb
healing. It's all
passive.
healing, right? So
This is literally
this is,
serve passive.
pretty good, I think. We're also updating some existing items.
Yep.
So Divine
ADCs
Ruin
may have a
is
legitimate
getting
complaint for the first time in
is going to be
history.
kind of the mid-focus counter healing item in this pass.
The real change that's happening here basically is when you get hit by the chain trigger,
Yep.
it's now going to mark you for 6 seconds.
I don't know if
and
Ardio's on
If
PTS
you
Jiggy.
are marked and you heal for 50 health at least, then the divine cooldown trigger on the person who owns it
Yeah.
will be reduced by 0.25 seconds.
Why are
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you can get Divine Ruin stacks pretty frequently if you're playing against anybody that's healing.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
50 health is not a lot.
50, yeah, it's not a
Mid-focused
lot at all.
counter
And if,
healing
if you,
on
and
target
again, Divine Ruin
heals
is going
50?
to ping a lot of gods.
Exactly.
So
if
this
you're
is
doing
a
this right.
healing item?
So everybody is giving you reduced cooldowns. So you could be getting like, every ability has a Divine Ruin.
I'm so
And
confused.
we want to make sure that like Divine Ruin is still a good item by itself. That when you're picking, you still are okay picking it up. But when you're picking it up for a reason for the healing purposes, it's just
Wait,
a
why
little
are we
bit
giving
better.
Kins
It's not going to go from being
counter
a good
healing?
item to an OP item. That's not the intention.
Wait, we'll focus one at a time.
Kinsblade,
Divine Rune.
you want to read it?
No, go ahead. I saw you drinking, that's why.
No.
Kinsblade, sure. Carry focus, counter healing item. The passive. Enemies gain 1 stack for every 100 health they restored within 12.8 meters. Stacks last 6 seconds and max stacks. Attack hit plus bonus physical damage to enemy hit. Bonus damage 1.5% target max health plus. Choose the highest. It's either 0.5% per mark stack, target max health or 7.5% of how much more max health they have. So explain that in layman's terms for me.
It's still going to have the chins effect of making sure that if you're a higher health than I am, we're going to still be doing that damage. That being said, now if someone has restored health in an area around you, they're going to have a specific mark on them saying that you're also going to be taking more Chin's Blade damage from me. So basically, if anyone's healing, Chin's Blade will actually still be effective.
So Chin's is good against healers and it's good against healthy targets.
There you go.
Cool. That's what the layman's terms was for everybody like me who just doesn't really care. Or read the notes very well, to be honest. And then Avenging Blade.
It got a new icon. That's it.
Okay. I just at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah. It has decreased movement speed reduction per stack from 5% to 3.5 per stack. Decreased protection reduction per stack from 5 to 3.5. Increased debuff duration from 3 to 4. And new, while in the jungle or on restoring 5% of their health, stacks are twice as effective.
Yeah.
This item is broken.
Anytime you're being attacked, I have Avenging Blade, I attack, you're going to be gaining a small amount of stacks. They're going to be less effective than the usual amount. But if you're in the jungle or if you've healed at all, then those stacks are going to be twice as effective.
Okay.
So again, kind of like we still have that old jungle clause, but now we have this regardless this healing clause too. Yeah. That being said, I did not finish work on this item and it'll be in for live. I didn't get to it because I was working on Daji stuff. So this one, it will exist in the item filter, but will not work.
You can see how organized I am, and you can't even do your basics of getting. Don't worry about it. And last but not least, Contagion. It's not changing whatsoever, but it is moving to the anti-heal section of the store just for a bit more clarity and people realize where they can get it.
And just one more commentary on the whole anti-heal stuff is that, as we've talked about before, we are still quite happy, and as Pon wrote down in the dev commentary, the anti-heal change overall has been very positive. We're happy with the way things have fleshed out. Item healing was a little bit maybe too high. God healing was a little bit too low. We're going to see a little bit more addressed on that in the actual patch itself on Friday.
Yes. Good.
That being said, these items exist not as full anti-heal counters, right? We're not bringing back, hey, Divine Ruin now shuts down your healing. We're now doing, the counter healing options. It's still going to be called anti-heal because it's something that you do when you want to counter.
I like the Divine Ruin change.
Yes.
I like the Divine Ruin change. Now
but they're not just usually a flat,
don't love that
we're
sludge
stopping
item.
You from doing a thing. It is now saying, hey, if you're healers, I have options to make me stronger against you. The closest thing to anti-heal here will probably be Stygian Anchor, which has it heal steal a little bit. So definitely play around with that. Like we said, we think that's definitely going to be a strong item, but none of this should feel mandatory, and that's the goal.
It's 208, which means we're
does the healing
past where we were supposed to be. And there's a lot more stuff that is in this patch that we're not talking about today, but we'll talk about it Friday.
We will touch the heal,
you can explore it right now, live on our PTS server.
Is it live right this second?
I saw it, Kabir. I got a message.
It's
So PTS is live now.
You too can use this.
Oh, we're doing it! Yeah! Smite Guard's back again. Look at the effects at the end when you explode. It's so cool. I see everyone out there with the Smite Card wards and the Curios. We're back.
Clumsy.
I will say also on PTS today, which we're not talking about. RTO.
Oh, she on?
RTO, yeah.
You're going to get to play RTO base kit on PTS today.
Okay, I was like,
not
we doing anything
Aspect.
else? Okay.
Yeah, Aspect is not turned on.
Yes. Not the Aspect.
RTO is invisible in practice range for me. Switch stance, we know. It's a known issue on PTS today. If you go into practice range, she's invisible until you switch stance. There was some other thing that I was supposed to say about PTS today.
Anything
Let me
else?
see if I can find the note from Kabir.
While you're finding that, let's just do a very, very, very quick recap. So we had Conquest map updates in terms of lighting and geometry around the map. Daji Aspect, Daji Ascension Pass, the Yule Fest event that's going to be coming into the game too, where you get an advent calendar where you can also get free stuff. Additionally, Aladdin has had a soft rework. You can find out more information about that later on. Additionally, we also had the supporter store effects with the Smite Cart stuff coming in too, as well as the Royal Blue Pele pack and the Jubalonke Darkest Night and the Nitwit Anubis Wandering Markets. Then we also had changes to Conquest in terms of speed buff changes, kill formulas for adjustments for how much experience and gold you're going to get. Then we also had changes to the Moonlight, the quality of life of the minion changes too. And additionally, there's also going to be anti-heal items in the patch for you to play around with, and whatever Killian's going to say next.
No, I was just going to say for PTS today, the two known issues going into it, beyond Adventuring Blade not working.
Oh, you said Adventures. I was like, what?
Sorry. The RTO model is missing in practice, but when you transform into bear, she'll show up for the rest of the time.
Nice.
And RTO and Daji do not show their models in the God lobby until you lock them in.
Yep.
They just don't have their cameras for the lobby yet. So
Makes
those are known issues, just so you're aware.
May known, don't need to report.
I mean, overall, a pretty good patch. Some stuff that I disagree with, but I'm willing to at least try it out. I mean, they've been hard at work. This is a massive patch. This is a massive, massive patch.